In this video, we are going to discuss HubSpot new AEO marketing analysis tool, but the story here is much deeper than just this tool alone. This dropped just very recently. AEO competitor analysis, track AI answer engine rivals, and it's this huge guide for people who were previously AEOs, but now had to transition into a completely different mode of existence. This is the basic guide on how to do this. How do you make sure that ChatGPT Perplexity, AI overviews, and everything else that is crawling the web right now, it's going to cite your website. So of course, you need the content format, entity clarity, freshness, schema markup, all of the structural data, and so on. I'm afraid this is not enough, and the story goes way deeper than that. This is the new HubSpot AEO story. You can see your brand visibility across ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, and sentiment analysis. Then you have some extra features. I'm going to show you more in a moment. Then you have the HubSpot AEO grader. You can see, for example, for OpenAI, Perplexity, or Gemini, your website in terms of brand recognition, market score, and presence quality. You have similar things for Perplexity, ChatGPT, and other tools that you can use for this AEO. To get access to this AEO grader, you can visit this HubSpot AEO grader website, and of course, you need to put your information in here, and then HubSpot's free answer engine optimization grader reveals how ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Gemini characterize your brand based on their training data. And this seems like an important move from HubSpot, but I think that overall, the whole SEO industry is largely playing defense right now because of the structural collapse of the SEO world overall. And no tool is actually going to stop this. This is just patching your biggest problem right now in terms of organic traffic in the hopes that maybe it's going to be fine, but unfortunately it's not. All right, and here is the main landing page here for HubSpot AEO Beta. Be the Business AI recommends. Again, you can see it in action. Take a guided tour. You have these brand visibility metrics, then sentiment analysis. Then you have your competitor landscape in this whole AEO. Then prompts that people are using and where you are showing up. Prompt analysis, citations from these different websites or citation performance, your versus competitors, then recommendations, then we have suggested content and impact. Okay, and you can just check all of the resources here on the page. It all looks really nice and beautiful. There is also a second really great landing page over here. The only major AEO tool that starts with your customer data. Leads from AI convert at 3 times the rate. Generate them with HubSpot AEO. This is actually true from the research papers I have read. Once somebody puts a really detailed prompt into ChatGPT and then your brand comes up, they click on it, then there is a much higher probability of conversion because of the intent of that user. If there was a commercial intent, then it's going to be really high and you have a really high probability of conversion. Next, about the price here, you have $900 per month. It depends on the scale of your operation. If you are a small publisher, this is not going to save you in any way. You have probably been already obliterated by the tsunami of the AI overviews and you don't have any organic traffic anymore. But if you are still hanging in there, you can pay $900 per month and can still hold to a faint hope that your SEO strategy is going to pan out somehow. I was also excited to see this post here on LinkedIn. This tool dropped and we have 97 comments. A lot of people are commenting on this new tool. It looks overall exciting and people are saying that it's a massive shift in how we think about the GTM funnel and so on. But from these comments, I have noticed that people are still not fully appreciating the extent to which SEO is now dead, not just kind of dead like in the past, but now truly really dead. So why am I saying that it's now really and truly dead? Let me show you some stats here, but there's still hope, okay? Let's not lose hope. But I have this sophisticated data harvesting AI super engine that is doing a lot of research for me. And I have been collecting data for quite a few months already. Every day, my system is coming through different types of information from around the web, around digital marketing and AI. So let me show you some of these stats here. The search landscape is already broken. These are not predictions, they are current measurements. So this HubSpot, the same entity that just released that really cool AEO tool, basically cited that Google searches that end without a click are now at 65%. So AI overviews plus other Google entities just gobbled up all of the traffic and nobody is clicking anymore. Organic CTR suppression from AI overviews is at 58%, that's according to Ahrefs. Position 1 CTR drop in Germany, that's data from Germany, according to Systrix, from 100 million plus measured keywords, the position 1 CTR dropped from 27 to 11%. So now even if you have the holy grail of SEO and you are at the number one spot, you get only 11% CTR. In the past, it used to be over 30%, but now even if you are at the top position, you are still not getting the traffic. Share of Google searches triggering AI overviews, over 50% or around 50%, according to Search Engine Journal. Search referral traffic lost by small publishers, around 60%. That is largely correct. Smaller publishers have been obliterated. OpenAI is indexing the web at a fundamentally different scale since ChatGPT 5 dropped. ChatGPT crawls 3.6 times more web requests Google bot across 24 million tracked requests. OAI search bot surpassed GPT bot as the dominant OpenAI crawler. Botify data confirms a 3.5 times increase in OpenAI crawl events post ChatGPT 5 launch. And at the same time, fewer websites are cited per response. ChatGPT is crawling like crazy right now. And at the same time, there is much less attribution. So they are not surfacing the sources from which provide the actual data. So the implication is that AI is synthesizing your content and not sending traffic back. And the brands that become the source, instead of hoping to be cited, will own the next cycle. But as we have mentioned before, you probably need to be a big brand with a big budget and you need to move really fast on this AEO game to actually even have hope to survive this organic traffic collapse. And then we have buyer behavior has already shifted. So 32% of B2B buyers now discover new vendors through generative AI chatbots, according to HubSpot AEO metrics report, April 2026. And this is not a forecast, this is actually confirmed information. I would say that probably it's now even higher. I'm not using Google anymore for searching, to be perfectly honest. I'm just doing like deep research. I'm sending my AI agents into the web. I'm using the web search capabilities of ChatGPT, Gemini, Perplexity, Claude, and everybody else. The old playbook is dead. We have data from 4 million AI citations, and it shows that syndicated press releases register at near zero citation rates in AI-generated answers. So the entire PR wire model, Cision, PR, Newswire, Business Wire, it was built on the assumption that broad syndication equals broad reach, but now this is dead. These AI bots are not citing PR releases at all. They are absolutely useless. This whole industry has been obliterated. SEMrush analyzed 89,000 LinkedIn URLs cited in AI search and found specific structural signals that determine whether professional content gets surfaced. AI tools and brand authority is the king here. So you need to be this kind of entity that AI recognizes across many different surfaces. This will be the thing that actually determines your reach and the brand value and the amount of stuff that is written about your brand across the web, so that the AI bots can create a structured view of your organization and then decide that it is worth citing. Some practical implications about this tool. So before this tool, auditing competitor visibility in AI answers meant open ChatGPT, type a query, screenshot the result, log it in a spreadsheet and repeat 50 times, or you could automate it, but it was still very cumbersome. But now this HubSpot's tool surfaces which competitors appear in AI-generated answers for your target queries, which query clusters you have zero AI presence on, how your domain level AEO visibility compares to named competitors. But again, you need to be a large organization probably to get any data from this, where you're being outranked in AI answers by brands you beat in traditional search. And the really juicy detail, I showed you that LinkedIn post before. They confirmed on LinkedIn that HubSpot actually used this tool internally first, measuring, improving, then productizing. This has been in production already for quite a while before they released it to the public. But then we have some competitors already. So this is the HubSpot AEO competitor analysis that just basically dropped in April 2026. But Bing AI Performance Dashboard already exists for a couple of months, and it's live on Bing Webmaster Tools, completely free. That was actually the first kind of AEO tool, at least to my knowledge. So it's kind of funny, but worth checking out. Then we have SEMrush AI mode tracking. If SEMrush dropped something, then HubSpot also has to drop something. Then we have SEMrush brand mentions and Ozone simulation platform, which predicts how content appears in the AI answers. Bing dashboard is the underrated one. It's the only tool that shows you exactly which pages on your site are being pulled into AI-generated answers. It's worth checking out. Now, just to be closing this discussion here, we can just take a look at the timeline here from March 2026 to April. First practitioner guide on AEO guide published by Search Engine Journal. Then in March, HubSpot publishes AEO case studies with ROI data. Then Bing launches the dashboard. Then April, already the 32% B2B discovery via chatbots data that was confirmed by HubSpot. AI citation tracking formalized as a marketing discipline. HubSpot formalizes AI visibility score. And now the AEO competitor analysis tool launches. And now for the final point here, what actually gets cited? Original human-made content that AI cannot synthesize or substitute for. So proprietary data. This has always been the king of SEO and now the AEO. Named human experts, primary research, specific structured answers, and of course, schema markup. And visibility of your brand across many different surfaces across the web, including social media, Reddit, and different types of forums. There needs to be a large footprint about your organization for AI to even consider citing you as a source. So that's it for today. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I'm going to see you in the next one.